On this episode of RaceMob Weekly, we're going to be talking about Scott Struhl and his incredible bout with open heart surgery and how that turned him into a runner. We're also going to be talking about Amanda Gorman, the poet, and the entire inauguration ceremony. We'll be talking about Jim Walmsley's world record attempt and a lot of the new initiatives that we're having here at RaceMob, plus how you can get involved in the Cut the Crap Challenge, their 14-day challenge, and our weekly new members' birthdays and new achievements. So with that, let's get right into it. Welcome to RaceMob, where we've got training tips, running reviews, and inspirational stories. Check out our podcast, YouTube channel, Instagram account, or visit us at racemob.com. Hey, Coach, welcome to RaceMob Weekly. Awesome seeing you again this Monday. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. New week, new opportunities, and new experiences. So looking forward to the next couple of days. And hard to believe, January is almost over. You know, we have 1 month down in 2021. So out of the starting blocks on a good note, nice pace. But I see some aid stations on the horizon. It's going to keep up our momentum as we make forward progress.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think, you know, the theme of this week is new beginnings, right? New ways to look at things. We had the inauguration last week. We'll get into that. And we had Scott Struhl on our podcast, and somebody who's helping out kind of behind the scenes. I mean, loved what we're doing so much that he's looking at ways that he can chip in and help out. And so, incredible story. I'm going to play you just a small piece from the podcast.
It turned out that they needed to replace my aortic valve, which is the main valve of your heart. So surgery was at 7 a.m. on that Thursday. And it was just, you fall asleep and they say you're going to be fine. And you don't think about not waking up. But I woke up and my wife was there. And it still brings me like chills to how happy I was to have woken up and seeing my wife on my right side and my son, my older son, was on my left side, and they said, you're going to be okay.
So in there, he talks about going under the knife. He had an illness which they had a difficult time diagnosing. It's such an interesting story. Actually, something that, anybody could, it's kind of creepy, but anybody could have. And it basically blew his aorta up. It became disfigured and dysfunctional, and so he actually had to have a aorta basically transplant, reconstructive surgery. Went under the knife, woke up, wife next to him, kid next to him, and it was almost like a rebirth. And so, I think the theme of this week for me has been rebirth, right? Thinking about the next month, the next couple of months, and where you want to take life, where you want to take things. And so, I parallel that into Amanda Gorman's amazing poem. I'll play a little bit of it here as well.
As we step out of the shade of flame and unafraid, the new dawn blooms as we free it. For there is always light if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it.
So,
so profound.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Profound words from just such a well-spoken individual. I've seen a number of interviews of her over the week, and her way with words, the spoken language, incredibly profound, but a lot of that just touches deep at the heart of what it means to be a runner, right? What it means to dig deep during these incredible endurance events. And so just wanted to pull a couple of quotes out, and hopefully they provide a little bit of motivation for you guys to think about, what is it that you want to tackle? What are those big goals? What is your reason why? Something that we talk so much about with our folks, with our athletes, and I thought it's such a profound week to just reflect back on it, think about it for each and every one of you, and just an incredible week, and just an exciting week to jump back and get started and get kick-started. So I love that. I absolutely love that. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Jim Walmsley's attempt at the world record at the 100K distance. He missed it by just 11 seconds. I was watching the ending there, and it almost looked like he was going to make it. He just missed it by a little bit, but incredible effort. And he even like cut himself on the fence towards the middle of the race and still was able to keep stride and just missed it barely. It was kind of heartbreaking, but incredible job. I know that he's a friend of Brie Lambert and Egg Waste. They've done photo shoots together. So I just want to say congrats to Jim. Almost there, and the whole world was rooting you on. So fantastic effort. Perfect segue into what you're wearing on your chest here. Taji 100, right? Let's talk about the number of people that have seen transformation through that event. And it's right on the horizon. It's something that you can sign up for, something that you can have a team help you along the finish line. We're going to also create some new videos later this afternoon that we'll share later this week on the things that you should know before starting Taji 100 or any of these mileage challenge events. We think, you've been doing this for 10 years plus. You've seen a number of people both succeed as well as fail along the way. And I think that you have a couple of tidbits that I want to pick your brain about. But talk to us about Taji, and especially in reference to, seeing things in a new light and being that light.
It's a wonderful event. First and foremost, it is not your typical challenge. It's not your typical race. Why? I mean, it is more than just one day. It's more than just a 5K. It's multiple 5Ks. It's multiple 10Ks, multiple half marathons. You can slice that distance up however you like. It's the commitment that you have to make to yourself, and getting in the work around everyday life. And as we've talked about in the past, what is your motivation? It has to be deeper than, I want the bling. And for some people, it can be that cursory on the surface. But realize the mission of Taji 100, the military families that are impacted by your efforts, just bringing awareness to Team RWB, the parent charity partner, where, this past year in 2020, we gave them a check of nearly $75,000. So thank you. All of the running clubs and individuals who have helped support this event over the years. We're very grateful for our chairman, Paul Fukuma, who was one of our podcast guests and was also recently featured on the National Team RWB podcast, which launches, ironically, on February 1st. But back to the mission. It's greater than yourself. So when you have those days where the body is tired, man, I don't know if I really want to get out there and do another 3.5 miles or 5 miles, 6 miles. Realize, you see the colors I'm wearing, red, white, and blue, Old Glory, the sacrifices that have been made for our freedom, the service women and men who've put themselves in harm's way, in some cases have paid the ultimate price. Let that be your motivation to keep moving forward. It can be transformational. We've seen people who have had, they've learned their love of staying active because of this event, because over X amount of days, 20 plus days, if you do something repetitively, it becomes a habit. So good habits from a health and wellness standpoint have come from this event. Friendships, lifelong friendships. We've had people who've lost, 10, 15, 20 pounds. So that's it in a nutshell, and certainly more to come. So registration is still open.
Incredible. So wanted to give a quick shout out to our January challenge participants who are still kicking butt. The finish line is just around the corner. You guys are putting in the work. Way to go, folks. Love what you're doing. And, we're talking about new training plans, other things that we can give to the community. So stay tuned. We're going to have more information on how you can stay active with us. Continue to be coached by Coach Bertrand. We're going to have different tiers, different levels, including a free tier that's going to be open and available to any of you guys. Let us know what you're training for. Let us help you out along those lines. And perfect segue into this new 14-day Cut the Crap Challenge. that we're working with Tony Julian on for 14 days starting February 1st. So starting next Monday, we're going to cut out sugar, we're going to cut out alcohol, we're going to cut out the simple carbs and the saturated fats. And it's only 14 days. We know that you can do it, and you're going to feel better, healthier, sexier along the way. I know that you and I have been doing this weight loss challenge throughout the month of January. So I've been doing an okay job of tracking my calories in. I wish I could do better. I will do much better job when other people are doing this with me. So I think that's the beauty of having a community along. So I'm definitely down a couple of pounds, maybe not quite to where I wanted, which was 7 pounds by the end of the month of January. But I'm going to kick it into gear. Let's see if we can get there and then still do the 14-day cut the crap challenge, which I think will just make all of us feel amazing, and we're going to help each other and support each other along the way. So love this challenge. We'll probably have a couple of videos with Tony leading up to it. We're going to have shopping lists. We're going to have recipes. We're going to have a lot of things to support everybody along the way. Look to sign up. It's racemob.com/cut the crap with hyphens in between. So sign up today.
Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Incredible. And we've got new members up here on the screen. A lot of new members. We're starting to work through our onboarding flow, which is a big project for me this last week, where I'm asking people, what are you interested in? Are you interested in training? Are you interested in races? Are you interested in products, which is something new that we're working with Scott on building a product library for our runners? Are you interested in community events or just some of the incredible stories that we've been able to tell over the years? Or are you interested in all of the above? Hopefully you are interested in all of the above. And just tell us, what type of athlete are you? Are you an influencer? Are you a coach? We're starting to work with more coaches beginning this week as well. Are you a race? Are you part of a product team? So let us know. We would love to figure out how we can work better with you. And we're excited about that kind of onboarding flow. I'm probably also going to send it out to existing members to just help us fill out what are the things that you're interested in, what type of information articles do you want us to produce, and just make sure that RaceMob is the place where you can go for a couple of these different things. So excited about all of that. A lot of this behind the scenes that we've been working on together, as well as really developing the coaching plans and coaching programs with you. We've been talking to Coach Jake McCluskey behind the scenes, and we think that that's going to be just an area of opportunity for all of our coaches out there, as well as all of our athletes. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to email me or Bertrand and let us know that you're interested in coaching with RaceMob and working with RaceMob. We'd love to figure out how we can work with you. All right. And with that, let's get birthdays up on the screen. A couple of birthdays this week. In particular, we've got Patrick up on the screen. Ran his first marathon back in September. I've gotten to go on a couple of long runs with Patrick. Has really been putting in the work. He's one of those people that has lost a ton of weight, was doing a lot of this on his own, didn't know what a taper was before his first marathon, and has really joined the group, gotten a lot of information out of it, and we've gotten a lot of motivation from him, which is incredible. Also, want to highlight Bree, one of our podcast guests, one of the Avalos siblings, has run Boston Marathon incredibly fast. All three siblings ran Boston in the same year, and they have a lot of great tips on how you get faster and how you qualify for Boston. So listen to that episode if you haven't heard that episode already. So happy birthday, folks. Also want to put on the screen real quick some of the upcoming races. We've already highlighted Taji 100. Run Local has a couple of races coming up as well, the 408K as well as the Mileage Challenge. Sasquatch Road Trip is happening right now. Again, some of these are long mileage challenges, and we're going to have some tips and tricks for you to help you complete those long mileage challenges. So stay tuned for a video. If it's not already up, stay tuned for it. It will come out later this week. If it is already up, you might see a link up here to click right on over to it and get some information on those challenges and how to complete them. All right, and with that, our question of the day is, have you completed a mileage challenge? And if so, which ones? And if you have completed ones, Did you succeed? Did you ever fail one of these mileage challenges? What was the reason? Do let us know. Help us in the comments down below. We would love to hear your mileage challenge stories. So let us know in the comments down below. All right. And with that, I just want to say thank you all for tuning in to RaceMob Weekly. Appreciate all of the support. If you like this, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Go register for the Taji 100. It's not too late. Even if you don't want the medal and the shirt, you can still sign up for the free challenge, and let's support each other to get 100 miles here in February. Thank you, guys.